Hello everyone, welcome to Mefa Page again this week. I am glad that we are enjoying a series of teaching that has been coming to you concerning filmmaking on this page. My name is Kunle Adepoju, and I welcome you to another topic that is coming to you this week. Our topic this week is the perfect lighting setup that no gaffer can ever beat. What is that lighting setup that no gaffer can ever beat? I am taking you into another message from the book of Genesis, chapter 1. Man has been lighting for movies, lighting for productions, but lighting setup begins with God, the creator of heaven and the earth. Genesis chapter 1 verse 3 make us to understand. In Genesis chapter 1 verse 3, and Bible says, and God said, let there be light. And there was light. And God saw the light that it was good. And God divided the light from darkness. This is the lighting setup no gaffer can ever beat. There is no picture without light. Of course, it happens to our God that when He created the heaven and the earth, that the earth was without form and void. Nothing was happening on the surface of the earth because there was no light. Until God said in Genesis chapter 1 verse 3 that let there be light, and there was light. And God saw everything that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness, from the book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 3. Let me read. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the night, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. God made light to illuminate the world. God did not stop there when He created the light. When He said, let there be light, and there was light, and He saw that the light was good, He did not stop there. He designed His light. He designed the mood of lighting. Just like you can see me now, you are not just seeing me, but you are seeing me with a mood of light. There is a setup that makes you see me the way you are seeing me. There is a setup that makes a light coming from a side of me here. There is a setup that makes light coming from a side of me here. There is a setup that makes a light coming from above of me here. So God also made His lighting setup just like that. And no gaffer in this entire world can ever beat that lighting setup. Let's move to Genesis chapter 1 verse 14. From verse 14. And God said, let there be light in the firmament. God said, I want you to take note of that. And God said, let there be lights, not just one light. He said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for day and for years. Now, the setup of God's lighting design the heart with mood. Design the heart to give us the day. Design the heart to give us the night. Design the heart to give us the year, the days. Every season was designed in the lighting setup of our God. Now, how did God light the world? Let me move down to verse 15. And let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven, to give light upon the earth. Let them be the light in the firmament of heaven, to give light upon the earth. And it was so. Verse 16. And God made two great lights, and the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. Now, this is where I'm going. God made two great lights. Now, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. Now, what do we mean? God made the sun. The sun is the only natural light you can ever think of as a light man. Now, this great sun is given to us as the only key light that supplies light to the entire world. But you will realize that at a time, some part of the world will be in their daytime, and some part of the world will be in their nighttime. Just like in Nigeria, we are in the day, and at a time in the US, and at the same time in the US, they are in their nighttime. It is the light that sun supplies that is reflected by the moon that gives the light to them in the US at night. The sun is the only key light that supplies light into the entire world, while the moon is the field that helps light in the night time. Now, how does it work? The sun supplies the light to places that are in their daytime, while the moon gets a reflected ray, gets a direct ray that is coming from the sun and reflect it to the parts that are in their night time as a reflected light ray. What about the stars? The stars are sparkles that you see in the sky. These are similitude of practical light you see on our sets. Now, when you build your set, you have your key lights that the source you do not reveal to your audience. Then your field light, the source you do not reveal to your audience. But the only source of light that you reveal to your audience is the practical light. And that are the practical light that you can show to your audience on the set. You can show to your audience on this. For example, in a bedroom scene, you can have a practical light like the bedside lamp. In a village setting, you can have a practical light like a lantern, like a normal local lamp, and all those stuffs. They are practical lights. The same way God himself built his lighting setup. He created the sun as the key light and the moon to rule the night. And the stars are this third light, like a practical light that shows sparkles, that beautifies the sky, that beautifies the entire world. This is a lighting setup no gaffer has ever beat in the entire world. If God himself could set up his own lighting with this so unique system of lighting setup, creating a key light, creating the field light, creating a practical light with the stars. He has given us a very good example of how we should light our movie. God is the source of every bit of filmmaking. I would encourage you to find your source of filmmaking in God today, and you will be blessed. Thank you for watching Mefa Preach today. God bless you. Lighting is the heart of every movie. Without light, there is no film. And this is the reason why we are coming up with this advanced lighting training to train as many as those who are interested in becoming a gaffer on how to light a movie professionally. It is a 2-week boot camp. You've been aspiring to become a gaffer for film. You've been wondering how lighting for movie is being done. I would like you to join me and one of the fantastic light men in the Nigerian film industry, Godwin Lawan, to train you on how to become a gaffer. February 18 to March 4, 2022. And the venue is Scripture Union Camp of Glory, Agunbelewo in Osogbo. And the cost fee is 35,000. 35,000 naira covering your training, your materials, your feeding, and your accommodation. Be part of this very training, and you will be glad you did. God bless you.